Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's Speak Nerdy to Me for the week of May 19th. Wow, we are already almost set to the beginning of June, so summer's right around the corner. I am Kaori, and as always, joining me is my favorite girl in the world, Ann Campea.
Aww. Hi everybody. Wow, I look super Asian right there, but hello.
What is super Asian looking? Hey, hello. Is that it?
Like
So like anime style.
All right.
So guys, we've got a lot of fun things that we wanted to share with you. Some of our favorite topics. Obviously there's a lot to talk about, but we're going to pick a few. So let's start with Disneyland, because there's a lot of things going on with Disneyland. First and most importantly is this past Sunday, we ran a race.
Yes, we did.
It was a scavenger hunt at Disneyland.
Yep.
And there's a really funny story about this. Basically, we were rooting to be in the top 10 out of almost 70 teams. Mm-hmm. And we were hoping that our names would be called out. Our name would be Team Amazing.
Of course.
And they only called out the top 10. And we did not hear our name, but, we gave the... clap. Fine. But after that,
okay.
Yeah, they let you check out your score. And I see in the bracket, oh, we were number 11. We were so close. So close. But that's not it. We look at our answers and we say, hey, wait a minute. They actually counted us wrong for a correct answer. And we showed them that, and they booted us all the way to number 8. That's right. Our RaceLA win at Disneyland. We placed in the top 10. Team Amazing for the win at number 8.
Hell yeah. Check out this pic of us with Pluto. How cute is that? It was a hot day, though.
It was a hot day.
But it was a fun day. I mean, we ran, 6.5 miles when it came to the end of the day. And we learned a lot about Disneyland. Mm-hmm. And we came in fucking 8th place. Hell yeah. Out of 70 teams?
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, was Pluto rubbing up on you a little bit on the side?
Let's check this out again. Nah.
I'm like, let me get close to your friend.
Close.
So.
That's okay.
And by the way, we're rocking Veracity
yes.
clothing.
One
Check
of
it
our
out.
friends' clothing lines. It's for you motocross racers and for anyone who likes the design. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, they've got some really solid gear out there.
Hell yeah. So we're so proud that we were in 8th place. We accomplished our goal. Don't know if we'll do any more, but Team Amazing for the win.
Yeah, we'll probably do other ones randomly here and there.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. We did California Adventures a couple months back. And we thought Disneyland's going to be a beast. Mm-hmm. And it was.
It was a beast, but it like we said, I think at the end of the day, it was a little more organized. It was just the way the lands are set up. It was just easier for us to navigate. And we totally recommend do they only do it in California? Or probably, right?
I'm sure they have scavenger hunts elsewhere, but this is RaceLA, so.
Okay, so definitely around here. If you're around here, check it out or find one in your local town. They're a lot of fun.
So fun. And you really think, right when you think you know your city, bam. You really have nooks and crannies and monuments that you've never heard of. Mm-hmm. But speaking of Disneyland, this past week, Disneyland decided to up their price tag.
What the?
Yeah. So luckily, Ann and I, we have the So California. So it says not available.
That's horrible.
It's horrible, but we are locked down for a lower price than that. Actually, that's the newer price, which is kind of sucky. They said that they'll eventually release that level of annual pass to people, but right now, because of the blockout dates, that specific dates is just too crowded for Disneyland, which is scary.
I mean, the thing is, and I think we talked about this, is through the years, we've both witnessed it become more and more crowded. And I think as they are determining these prices, I understand why they would want to increase the price to try to kind of sorry to say, but the people who can't afford it try to phase those people out because there's no other way to do it, I don't think, except for to try to price some people out so that the park then becomes less crowded. Because right now, before you could go on maybe a Tuesday night, Wednesday night, if you were a local and find Disneyland maybe 50% crowded.
Right.
If that. And you'd be able to get on rides and it would be less than an hour wait. Now it's like every day feels like a summer vacation day. And it seems like everybody is on break. People are traveling from all over the world to come to Disneyland. And it's just infinitely more crowded than it was 3 years ago.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. So I do kind of get why Disneyland did that, because they're trying to filter out the amount of times people go. But at the same time, it's so tragic. We've seen it from, $75 to a park hopper because we've been natives for so long, to now it's at $150.
Yeah.
$150. That's crazy. I mean, and I've watched the news about this, and some people have been saving up for years to be able to have their, Disney visit, and now they have to save up more, and it goes both ways.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel for those people. I mean, family 4 is what, like $600 just for the tickets now?
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot.
And then you hotel and everything else. Oh my gosh.
And even the parking went up. Now it's $17.
Yeah. It used to be like, back in the day, I think it was like,
I think
10?
It started off at $10.
Then went to 11, 12, whatever. So just save up your money if you want to go to Disneyland.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I have to say.
But it's worth it at least once in your life.
Yeah.
My next goal is Disney World, which I haven't been.
Oh my gosh.
Or they have a Disney cruise, or they have a special island. That would be a dream.
Yep, I agree.
So save up my money, and hopefully by the time I have enough money, they don't up that price again.
Or you either get a job at Disney where you get a discount, or you meet somebody that knows somebody that can get you in for free or cheap, or
that's a good idea.
Wear a costume and they'll think they'll think you're one of the cast members.
Yeah, I'm Mulan. I'm Mulan. All right, so that was our Disney news, but let's get into some movie news, because Guardians of the Galaxy just released their new trailer this past Monday. I liked it. I thought it was pretty similar to the other one, except the music was different, except at the end. But I didn't see much difference between that one and the previous one. What did you think?
I actually have to beg to differ with your opinion. I think it was an extension. I agree that it was similar because it felt like an extension of the first trailer. I mean, and I like that they kind of loop back to the first trailer when Groot clicks play on that tape and it starts playing the song from the first trailer. I thought that was really cute. But I mean, this time you get the surrounding cast featured. You get all the other Guardians. I mean, we didn't hear Groot or Raccoon speak in the first trailer. And we get that in this trailer. We get more of Gamora. And tell me if you guys thought this too, but when Gamora and Nebula are face to face for like one split of a second, I thought they were going to kiss. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I did.
too.
Their faces were like this. And I was like, but I think they're going to fight. They're not going to kiss, because that would be a completely different movie if they were going to kiss each other.
Yeah.
But I really liked it. Obviously, I'm kind of biased because I'm really looking forward to this movie. As you can tell, I'm even wearing my Guardians shirt with Groot and Raccoon on it. But I thought it was a good feature of all the supporting characters, all of the other Guardians that we didn't get to see in the first trailer. We get to see Peter Quill and his abilities, being part alien and having control of all these cool weapons, and finally getting to see him in his mask in some action. And I think we didn't see Glenn Close in the first trailer either, so that was our first glimpse at her as well. So I think, like you said, it felt similar to the first one, but I liked it because it was more of an extension of the first one, and I imagine the third one, I would think, would build on the two instead of being completely different from the two.
Well, here's the thing about it. It did not add any more excitement to Guardians of the Galaxy coming out. I think that's easily one of the most highly anticipated movies for me. And every friend that I talk to, even they say, oh, X-Men, that sounds exciting, but I'm more excited about Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty amazed by that. And that didn't change that for me. I'm very excited about it. And by the way, if you don't know a lot about Guardians of the Galaxy, definitely check out our video where we talk about all you need to know just in time to prep for Guardians of the Galaxy. And also check out John Campea's AMC Chit Chat with
Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
James Gunn, Kevin Feige. Yeah, that was a really good one. Good insight into the thought process.
Yeah, so definitely check those out. A good trailer, but for me, it just didn't add anything substantial where I was like, oh, okay, this is like the nail in the coffin. It was already kind of there. Okay, so let's talk about some more movie news. We also want to talk about Big Hero screenshots. So Disney and Pixar released some screenshots of their movie coming out, Big Hero 6. What I like about this one is that the protagonist has a Japanese name.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking Asian invasion?
Yeah. This is Team Asian's kind of movie. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, Disney and Pixar usually nail like just solid fun movies. I've honestly never saw one that I thought was a complete flop, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and you know what? I totally agree with you. I think I read later on that the article had a amendment to it saying that this is actually a Disney animation studios. Disney Animation Studios, so it's not Pixar. I think.
Oh.
I will have to revisit the article, but either way, it's Disney.
Yes.
And it's Marvel.
It says Walt Disney Animation Studios. So, excuse me, I just imagined them being together.
Yeah,
somehow.
well, either way, Disney owns everything. It owns our whole childhood. And I pulled out some of the names because I'd never heard of Big Hero 6. Have you?
No, but it says it's their first Marvel Comics flick. So,
Yeah. And this pic is so cute to me. It looks like a
so
giant
cute.
marshmallow with a soccer ball next to it.
He's like the Stay Puft,
Yeah.
but with like better arms, you know?
So just a little bit of background on what Big Hero 6 is. I did some research, and it's about a child robotics expert named, and correct me if I'm wrong, I might mispronounce this because it's Japanese, but Hiro Hamada?
Wow, you said it really well.
Okay, close. Okay, good.
No, that was really well.
Okay, cool. But there's a team that they assemble because they're charged with saving this fictional town called, and I love the town name,
So cute.
San Francisco, against criminal activities. But there's two names in particular I pulled out because I thought you would think this is cute, Corey. One of the names of the crew is Wasabi no Ginger.
Aww.
And it's a trained chef who uses various swords to fight. He can also give form to his ki energy, or is it qui energy? QI.
QI?
It's QI, the word.
Q, I don't know what that key.
Anyways, usually materializing it as throwing knives that can paralyze opponents. And the other character I wanted to share with you, because I thought you'd think it's pretty cool, is his name is Fred, but his nickname is Fredzilla.
Oh,
and he
cute.
can transform himself into a Godzilla-like creature.
Oh, so cute.
I know. I
love
totally
that.
see Team Amazing loving this movie. It's just the first stills of the movie, but I'm already loving it.
5 stars.
Yeah.
5 stars already.
That's our review. We've already seen it. We've heard all we need to know. I think it's going to be really cute. Pretty awesome. And a Marvel series that a lot of people aren't aware of. Kind of like Guardians, you know?
Yeah.
So it's cool that they're introducing more of these stories that we've never even been exposed to.
I'm telling you, man, geeks are the future.
Hell yeah.
I mean, easily.
The stories are there.
Yeah, heck yeah. I mean, finally, you know? All right, so let's talk about some movie releases because this coming Friday, finally, X-Men Days of Future Past is coming out. And for all of you that don't know what this is, what the hell? No, I'm totally kidding.
Climb out of your cave.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be amazing. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard nothing but good reviews about it, but with a cast like that, and with a storyline like that, with the trailers like that, you at least have to go see it.
You know, with any movie where there's like 50 characters, it feels like in this movie, you have to be a little bit nervous that the amount of characters, they might mishandle the amount of characters that are in the movie. But from what I have been hearing, and I'm ultimately jealous of everyone who has seen it so far, is that this movie is the best superhero comic book movie of 2014 thus far.
I've heard so many good things about it. I have not heard nothing negative about it. So it's just getting me riled up to watch it. Mm-hmm. And I'm upset because you're going to get to see it tomorrow.
Tomorrow at the AMC Prime in Burbank. If you guys are there, come say hi.
Yeah. I'll be at Disneyland.
I know.
But with my niece, so it's worth it.
Disneyland is awesome. You'll be fine.
Everything is awesome.
Yes.
So, next week you can definitely let us know what you think. Maybe I'll get it
I think I will have dragged you to go see it sometime between now and our next show. So,
I hope so.
Yes.
I really, really hope so.
Yes.
And so the other movie coming out this week, which I feel like is a little distant because it's going up against XMen, Blended. Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler are back at it again after that 51st Dates, after
Wedding Singer.
Yeah. You know, why not? This time they're older, so they're playing single parents who go on a blind date, didn't work out, then go on an African safari and maybe fall in love. Not too interested in it. Watched the trailer, was whatever, but I did like me some Terry Crews.
Oh, yeah, I forget that he's in it. You know what? That's a good point. He would probably save the movie for me.
Yeah, he's always a riot, and he's also badass. You know, he's been in Expendables as well. So we'll see how that goes because they're running up against some really good movies to watch. Right
anyone want to take a bet against Team Amazing that Blended will make more than X-Men?
Take your bets against
we would
Yellow.
Gladly bet you, and we would vote for X-Men to make more.
But you know what else is doing well? I know it's not on the list, but $1 Million Arm apparently is getting critically acclaimed right now.
Oh, wonderful! No, that's great for John Hamm and Disney.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I want to see that. It's kind of cute because my dad, who is Japanese, fits the stereotype where he's like, I want to see Gojira. And I'm like, well, Godzilla kind of sucks. For me, it kind of sucks. He's like, okay, well, what about that baseball movie? I'm like, all right, let's go see that movie. So we're going to go see that pretty soon.
Oh, good. I was going to ask you what you thought of it, but you haven't seen it yet. I've heard it's really good.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard about it. Disney again, doing big things. Godzilla, that's what I wanted to say. Godzilla made a lot of money.
Yeah. And it's going to continue to make good money.
It was like 90 million or something domestic.
I mean, there's a lot of positive reviews. I know that people
loved it.
I know that I'm in the, small percentile of dislike, but,
And I guess I should bring this up because there was a bit of movie news that came out today. Mm-hmm. Batman versus Superman versus Batman.
Talk about that.
However, which order you want to talk about it. They released the title of the upcoming Superman, and I'm already misquoting it, Superman versus Batman film. I think it really is called that.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. We've been calling it the whole time that way anyway.
And why am I forgetting the title now? It's like something of justice.
We'll look it up.
We will look it up.
There's a lot of that news coming out. Last week there was Ben Affleck's first screenshot with him in that outfit, but there was also pictures of Gal Gadot out and about. Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan. Prove me wrong, Gal Gadot. Just prove me wrong. I mean, anything is possible.
Here it is. Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice. That's the name of the film.
Okay.
I know you're just hearing it probably for the first time, so I won't ask you what you think. But
Dawn of Justice. That could not sound like a superhero title if it didn't want to, but I'm okay with it. I think it sounds better than Batman versus Superman or Superman versus Batman.
The problem is it's still that.
Oh, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a long title.
And it's the Man of Steel sequel, yet Batman's name is before Superman's name. Batman versus Superman.
I'm telling you, Ben Affleck.
I wonder if it's just an alphabetical thing or really Batman.
Alphabetical thing.
Trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. How do they call this the Man of Steel sequel when Batman versus Superman?
Aww.
Poor Batman. I mean, poor Superman.
Well, I'm going to digest this a little bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
And then we'll talk about that.
Sure.
But thanks for that.
Yeah.
That was cool. Let's talk about some TV news. We're going to take this moment to give all our TV snippets to Game of Thrones.
Hell yeah.
This past episode called Mockingbird. Thoughts, Mrs. Ann Campea?
Oh, saw Littlefinger smooching on Littlefinger smooching on Sansa. Poor girl. She's just like trapped in this castle or whatever, and like he has a crazy ass wife who, may she rest in peace. Sorry, that's a spoiler if you haven't seen
rest
it.
In peace.
Crazy ass wife that was trying to kill her, and then she gets thrown down that pit or whatever. But then there's Littlefinger, who I feel like he is imagining that Sansa is her mother.
I feel that way too. That
poor girl.
He's completely, moving his romance and love for Catelyn Stark and projecting it on poor Sansa.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel for the girl. I mean, she's so like, she's just kind of there. Like, I'm sure she has a purpose later on. I haven't read the books or anything, but for now, she's kind of just enduring all of this crazy stuff that's happening. First she's betrothed to Joffrey, and Joffrey's a crazy little bitch, and then now she's with Littlefinger, and he's a little psycho, and his wife was psycho, and so I feel for the girl, but I feel like there's a bigger purpose for her eventually.
Well, here's the thing that in the books they dye her hair because her red hair obviously distinguishes her. That makes her, Catelyn Stark's little one. So she's supposed to be a lot stronger at this point. And I think you do kind of see that evolve on the TV show because, in the first 2 seasons, she's very naive. Like, oh my God, Joffrey loves me. I'm going to be the queen bitch and stuff like that. But as she gets older, she's becoming more tainted. Even like the things that she says, like, oh, there's no truth anymore. She builds, Winterfell in this past episode, and she gets pissed off at, the little boy.
Yeah.
Who's going to have to switch to formula, by the way. But
crazy ass kid.
Yeah. I thought this was a good episode. I love the what's it called? The relationship between Brynn and the guy, her squire or whatever.
Yeah, me too. I have that as my next note.
I think it's so cute.
It is really cute.
You were saying, like just that line was great.
And I thought we would never see that little baker kid again.
Yeah.
And here he is with a cute little wolf that he brings out to her. So cute. Or was it dire wolf? I don't know, but so cute.
It's like, that thing's gonna go stale by the time it gets to her butt.
I know, but just the fact that we got to see that character again because he was such a sweet guy,
Yeah.
And I totally agree. I love that whole relationship completely.
And Littlefinger, man, he's been in the shadows for quite some seasons, and this season's showing don't mess with him. Like he pushed that bitch with no relent. No,
none whatsoever. So tell me this: what is his purpose, though? Is it just to? I know it can't just be to protect Sansa or whatever he's doing.
It's not to protect Sansa, but I think he's very conducted by his love for Catelyn Stark. Like his love for her is pure as well as very passionate.
To the extreme.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something I'm not going to give it away. We'll just keep quiet.
Damn it.
But
okay.
Great episode, Game of Thrones. There's so few episodes left.
Tell me what you thought about Dany getting some nookie.
That's the thing. Like, why she get it all? She doesn't do shit. No, I'm totally kidding. I kind of missed the old Dario from last season because that one was hot.
Yeah, you were saying that as we were watching it.
Yeah.
I don't mind this one. He's all right.
I know, but last season he was like slick about it. This one's like...
For sure.
He lacks that gusto.
Yeah.
Like, even the acting, he was like, I'm not even try the accent. And then, meanwhile, Danny's like, I'm going to try really hard to have my dragon accent, And
take off your clothes.
I mean, a little too theatrical.
He's like, yeah, bro, okay, here, take it off, with
exactly,
his American accent or whatever.
Hold on, let me put my surfboard away. Yeah.
So true. But poor Jorah, who is always in the damn friend zone.
He got his little boner towards the end.
I know, that's true. actually, you tell them that you convinced me to blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yes.
Like, hold on, let me nut.
I know. Hold on. Let me turn around real quick. Every time I see him, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, the thing with Danny is she's been, really elevating herself and her powers. And it's just now just very, very toning itself down.
Yeah.
Sorry, Danny.
Yeah, I agree. I think, but I would have to say my favorite part was just that speech that what's his real name? Oberyn Martell?
Oh, Oberyn, yeah. Oh.
That was a great story he told.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that.
And just the way he told it, it was just so illustrative of how Cersei has seen her brother since he was born. Since he was born.
I mean, on both actors' part, amazing. Mm-hmm. There's a reason why, what's his real name? Well, Tyrion has,
yes,
the Golden Globe or Emmy. I forget which one he has, but maybe both. Because he was tearing up. You really believed it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It was a really great scene. And the ending where he says, "I will be your champion."
Yeah. Yes.
And the shock and it's like,
yes.
What? You just said all that mean stuff to me? And you're
know.
I'll hook you up.
I feel like that guy's going to be badass. I mean, they showed us the Mountain, who's this huge towering dude.
Yeah.
Who I read in real life, like almost got drafted by the NFL because he's just huge, right? But of course I would be scared if that's the Cersei's champion.
Yeah.
And then who am I going to get? Everybody he asked was like, no, I can't do it. No, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's this guy, Red Viper, that's like, yes, I'm going to kick ass for you. Hell yeah.
And he has vengeance in his soul. So he is definitely going not to be an easy person to beat.
I can't wait.
All right. So, and Campea, I have to tell you real quick that I do not have anything from my closet.
I know. I'm looking at the next topic like, I haven't got anything either.
I actually came straight from work, but I will wing it. My hate of the week is you. No, I'm totally kidding. No, you're my love of the
my
week.
Tyrion. Did you pinch my little pink wiener when I was like a baby?
No. You know what my hate of the week is? At the scavenger hunt, there was this girl.
Oh, that's a good hate. Go ahead.
That's a good hate.
Preach on.
Okay. She was in the scavenger hunt with us, so against us. As you know, when you're not on the same team, you are considered on an opposing team. Mm-hmm. So you should not be asking other teams for answers. She came by when we were at Tom Sawyer's Island and asked us for answers. Of course, we were teamed up with one of our good friends, Ryan, who helped with her answer.
Being the male with a penis that he is.
Exactly.
It's like, yes, I will help you.
He's like, it doesn't
cute
matter.
Girl.
Yes. Go ahead and unzip that zipper. But, let that slide. And Anna wasn't around, and I thought, whatever, not a big deal. She needs help because she obviously is not doing well. Later on, Anna and I are waiting in line, and I feel someone tap me on the shoulder. I turn around. This bitch. It's like, hey, I'm not going to take your answers from you, but what is the answer? Pretty much. And Ann looks at her and says, what? You crazy.
I think I was just like, we don't have the answer.
So that happened.
Oh my God. That was, fortunately, I don't think she placed in the top 10. So,
but from that moment on, it was like, yeah, I see you on your Mickey ears and your yellow wife beater. See, I remember her perfectly right now.
Yeah, I remember it too. If she actually watches this and the 0.001% chance that she's watching this show, that would be really funny.
I know.
But yeah.
Just don't do that.
Not the way you do a scavenger hunt, my dear.
So hate of the week? Cheating. Cheating. Twice with the same team.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So now we want to talk about our dating question of the week. This is a kind of a random image, but what you look for, George Clooney, but what you get is Mario.
What's wrong with Mario?
Nothing wrong with Mario
That's
except
cute.
that he's cute and fat
and he's
George
2D.
Clooney. Yeah. I would choose Mario over Clooney. I have a feeling Mario might be richer than George Clooney.
I think so. I think there's a lot of money in those bricks.
And he might be younger too.
It's true.
So, would you date your ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend again?
Good question.
Anne.
Oh, me first?
Sure.
I have
Okay.
several times. I think one thing. Well, I think. See, the hardest thing about breaking up is that there are feelings that will linger.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you break up, you go through, why did I break up? Then you go through all these stages like, oh, maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought it was, or maybe those issues can be resolved. And so you start to get this idea in your head that if you get back with your ex, things are going to be better. But the thing that I wanted to point out that's most important, and that I kind of realized after doing this several times with my ex, is there's a reason why you break up. And if that reason is something that has to do with maybe changing somebody or something so significant, you have to remember why. Because at some point, as many times as you try and it's not working out, you kind of just have to realize that maybe it's not meant to be, if that makes sense.
No, that makes...
Some people I have seen, though, get back together and it's worked because they've really honed in on what the issues were. And either they've changed that in themselves or they've changed that in the whatever, but they've made changes, significant changes to make it work out. I mean, what do you think?
I think you have really solid points. And I think oftentimes relationships that end with a breakup don't work out when you guys kind of reconcile, especially if you reconcile within weeks or months of getting back together. You guys need that time to really think things through, think about the sacrifices you're willing to make, think about the changes you're willing to make for this person. I think key word is, granted, I don't believe in really changing your significant other or changing for the other person. You just really need to accept them. That's how the fit works. But there are certain things that you need to, I hate saying the word sacrifice, but adjust to make things work. You know, when you are in a relationship, it's a two-person team. It's not just a one-person team. So that being said, if the changes have been made, I think it's possible that it can work out. But that being said, I guess the question is, would I date my ex again? Probably not, unless I saw that he was a different person by the time he came back to me.
Yeah.
You know, or I was a different person.
Right.
Right. So it has to work both ways. If I felt like, man, I'm getting back with the same person again. Yeah. I've just went through all that heartache to get over this person, and he's coming back to me full force, the same turd as he was before. I would try to stay back, mainly because I wouldn't want to go through that pain again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's like you touch the hot fire once and you're like, oh, that hurts. Why would you, knowing how it's going to feel, why would you put your hand in the fire again?
Yeah.
But, I mean, it just all depends on the circumstances of your breakup. Absolutely. I mean, perhaps the timing just wasn't right. And I've seen several relationships work out because maybe they were too young, or maybe it just wasn't the right time in their lives, and they met up again and it just worked. So it all just depends. It all depends.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about some tech news.
Yeah.
Facebook has released their Ask button. And basically how this works is, if you want to ask a user a question, you can ask them that question and then that person could respond or not respond. Basically, you could ask them, hey, are you single? And they can respond or not respond. So I think a lot of articles are pointing out that you can basically find out if the person is single or not. A little invasive. Yeah,
and I kind of don't see the purpose of it when you can just direct message them.
I thought about that too.
You know? I mean, really, what's the difference? But however, I'm not one that's been on, for example, any of the dating sites. Maybe that's how they work, where you can do that type of messaging that way. Otherwise, I was reading the article and I was thinking, I don't see the point. However, Facebook is notorious for changing things, and then me hating the change, and then later realizing that it's been useful to me. So I'm waiting to see if at some point I'm going to use this ask button, but at this point I really don't see what the purpose is.
What would you ask and who, right?
I don't know, unless like maybe I wanted to know where you went to school because you didn't list it or something.
Yeah, but who cares?
But really, yeah, like, right? You're educated. I know that shit. But really, yeah, I don't know.
So that was that. And I agree with you there. I don't really see the point. You took the words right out of my mouth. Let's move on then to some video game stuff. Ann and I have been wanting to play the game Child of Light. It is a downloadable game, and it's bothering me that there is no physical copy available because I'm so big on physical copy. But that's not the point. The point is Child of Light is hitting the PS Vita in June, July, I forget which month.
I think it's June.
Yep. That's pretty cool for all you PS Vita owners because now you get to play that game wherever you go.
Is it all like 10 people who own a PS Vita? Do you know anyone that owns a PS Vita?
I do know people that own PS Vitas.
Okay.
So not myself personally. I would honestly rather just play Child of Light on my PS3. Still need to get that game.
Yeah.
Ubisoft, short game, Japanese-esque.
Then I heard it kind of plays like South Park did, so I'm interested. Definitely interested.
And let's play it so we can do our little talk about it.
All right. Okay, so that will probably be our next game.
Yes.
I'm saying it on the show, so that makes me do it.
Yay!
Makes me play it.
I'm going to remind her all the time, and she's going to just put me on mute.
I'll get on it.
And then I'll do it on Twitter, and she'll put me on mute on Twitter. Okay, so then there's also Mario Kart 8, which is releasing very, 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 very soon. There's already been a lot of reviews about it.
Nice.
Because people are getting their early copies. Lucky them.
What about you? No?
Well, no, not me.
Nah.
I want to get it so bad. When I get it, you're coming over.
I'm coming over.
Yes. I want Anna to come over and play my Wii U because I need my friend with me to play Wii U because Wii U is a very, very social console. That being said, the Wii U hasn't been selling very well ever since its release. So they are hoping that the Mario Kart game will help exponentially in their sales.
I hope so too.
I hope so too, but I don't think it's going to be one game that's really going to help that. They've been hoping that Pikmin 3 would do that for them. They were hoping that Super Mario World 3D World, which was amazing, would do that for them. But they still had, the price, the drop. Zelda, they're doing all their different bundles. They had the Zelda bundle. They had this bundle, the Mario Kart 8 bundle. Smash Brothers is coming out. It's not just one game that's gonna boost their sales. It's the fact that they're not throwing out that many amazing games. They have some here and there that entice me, but you don't hear much about it. Even Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, I want to go play that, but then I just didn't hear anything about it anymore, and just kind of forget about it. So they just really need to focus more on their brand. But of course, there are loyal people such as myself. I'm a huge Nintendo person that will follow them to the death. So I just really hope that they don't die out.
That's what I was thinking is there will be those loyal fans, right? You have to kind of give them props for sticking to the classics.
Yes.
To all of the classic games and not really going away from that. But to your point, I wonder if they need to invest some time in some earth-shattering game like, I don't know, the Call of Duties and whatever else of the world to get them back where their sales should be.
Yeah, I mean, even the games that they do sell that are, on multiple platforms, I opt to play on my PlayStation than on my Wii U because the graphics are usually better and there's usually a slightly better storyline. I mean, the storyline's the same, but it's slightly better, like an extended version. Like, for example, like the Batman Arkham series, they had more on the PS3 than on the Wii U.
Right.
So, yeah. Just saying.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, because we don't want to lose you.
Well, at least you own one still.
I do. Come over. I'm like 1 of 10 in Los Angeles on the Wii U. So let's talk about some food news, Anne.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So, because me and you, we love food.
We love food.
McDonald's has released their new mascot, and it is a Happy Meal.
The fuck?
And it's supposed to help support children into wanting to eat healthier, more fruits, more vegetables, and less fries and stuff like that. But the thing is, that mascot looks a little creepy. People are not very happy with it. What are you thinking?
I was staring at it earlier at work, trying to get a feel of what I thought about it. And then, like you said, I'm reading all these people's tweets about how they think it's freaking scary. And I don't think, to me, it's scary. I just think it doesn't even at all make me think about healthy or nutritious. Right. There's nothing in that character, and I'm going to bring it up again, that makes me think, oh, you know what? I'm looking at this character and all of a sudden I want apples or whatever. No. There's nothing there. I think they failed in the marketing department when they were creating this character, because it does not bring those thoughts to my mind. And I can't think of maybe they, you know what? Maybe all they needed to do, Corey, was put a headband and some like sweatbands on it, you know, like make it look like it's working out. And then it would have made me think about being healthy. But really, it's not working for me. It
made no sense. All it does was make me think, I want to go to a McDonald's that has those kind of Happy Meal boxes.
Yes, exactly. With French fries and with a hamburger. Yeah. Not with Go-Gurt, not with apples or whatever. I want the classic Happy Meal. You're right.
So, yeah, you're right. I think it was kind of an epic fail on their part.
Yeah.
But they're not the only fast food joint that's making changes. Burger King, after 40 years of having that slogan, have it your way, has officially changed its slogan to Be Your Way. It has officially changed it to Mario Kart Boost.
Mario Annual Boost.
So now their 40-year-old slogan is now Be Your Way. First of all, I don't really notice a huge difference in that, except that Have It Your Way is more catchy, and I don't know if that's because it's 40 years of existence. But Be Your Way sounds more like, let's be hipsters and let's join that. Be who you want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like they're trying to champion a bigger cause.
Yeah.
You know, like they're going beyond the fact that they're a fast food place and trying to say, hey, you can be an individual and you can dress the way you want and blah, blah, blah. But what does that have to do with Burger King? Like, to be honest with you, I like Taste. What was it? Taste is King. And they had that for a short period of time. But to me, that was straight to the point. We taste good. Come buy our food, you know, but why are you trying to kind of make it a political thing or whatever, a bigger agenda, when you're just a fast food joint?
No, I totally agree with you. And it's so funny and interesting to watch how much fast food chains have evolved, you know, within the past decades or two, or 3 or 4 or 5. Taco Bell, now they have waffle breakfast tacos.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
Yeah.
They have the Dorito shells.
That shit is good, though, I will say.
Yeah,
that shit is good.
Don't mess with Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I love me
They
some
know
Taco Bell.
flavor. They are Taste is King. Maybe they should take that slogan.
And it's funny because when I was little, people would tell me, you know that Taco Bell is rat meat, right? And I was like, you know what? That meat is so good.
I know.
I believe that. I was like, that meat is so good.
Just like Jack in the Crack tacos. Like,
so
I don't
good.
care if the meat is soy or whatever people tell me. I love that.
It's like, dude,
I love it so much.
That's not going to change anything, you know? It's like, I ain't going to stop going through the drive-thru because of that, you know?
So with the new slogan, you know, Be Your Way or whatever it is, that's not going to change.
No, it's not going to make me go in there like, yeah, I need to be my way and go in there. You know?
Like I can be an individual and eat Burger King. And they're trying to do this whole lifestyle branding and it's not going to work.
Yes.
McDonald's and them, not going to work.
What does work is good new tastes. Like
Yeah.
you and I were just talking about. And Carl's Jr. also has this Bomb Daggles sausage biscuit shit. I'm just going to say.
Is that the breakfast?
Yes. And it takes a while to get to you because they're baking that biscuit and they put that sausage and the egg. You're like, wow, this is bomb.
Wow. I would say my favorite breakfast food right now from a fast food restaurant is it's not chalupa. Oh my God.
Chalupa.
Not chalupa. It's from Taco Bell. It's the octagon shaped thing.
What?
Yes. The
I
crunch
gotta go try
wrap.
it.
It's a breakfast crunch wrap.
What?
It's amazing. Try it. I guarantee you or your money back.
Oh.
That's how good it is.
Wow.
Yes. So get the biscuit, get the crunch wrap, and then have yourself a good time for breakfast.
So let us know what you think. And in the meantime, guys, we want to talk about our crushes of the week.
Hell yeah.
And it's not going to be Zac Efron. We're going to give him a break.
Oh my gosh, I just realized we don't have a Zac Efron
I know.
topic.
I snuck attack. I said, maybe she won't get mad. But there's nothing really to say about Zac Efron.
Are we growing up? We're growing up.
No. Hell no. I mean,
we're growing apart.
He's in the room right now. No, I'm just kidding.
I know.
But we're going to give him a break from us yapping about him to talk about our crushes. And you go first. I always go first with my male crushies.
Oh, yes.
You go first.
I figured you would shoot it over to me. And I told you before we started that I'm cheating because I'm picking not one, but two man crushes this week. And they are none other than the Sirs. Sir Ian McKellen and Sir Patrick Stewart.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, cross-eyed Elmo over there.
Elmo is pretty cute, but I have to say the two fellas to the left and the right are my man crushes for this week. Partly because obviously XMen is coming out this weekend, but their relationship is awesome. Mm-hmm. Like, they're like how I would love for you and I to grow old.
Aww, so
super
sweet.
Cute. And I read this article in the Sydney Morning Herald, and if you haven't read it, it's them two basically talking about each other. And laying out how they met and their history and what they know of each other and how they feel of each other. It's the sweetest thing. And I just have to say that they both describe their characters in X-Men as, characters who were friends but disagreed on how they should protect the mutants and, so that which caused the rift. But the cool thing about them is in real life, they are best friends. They're like brothers. And who was it? Patrick Stewart, when he got married, Sir Ian McKellen was the one that officiated his wedding.
I love
that's how
Sir
tight they are.
Ian McKellen.
They're just the amazing Shakespearean actors of our day.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Well, I'm just completely impartial to Ian McKellen.
Oh, of course, yes. Tell us why.
Favorite
role.
He's Gandalf.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, yeah, he's a hollow Gandalf over there, and man, he's just an excellent ass. that too. But I love him. Even in Apt Pupil, he was great. Mm-hmm. Everything he does, he's a chameleon when it comes to acting, and I just love him. So you made the right choice with those two, and I'm okay with letting you pick two.
Yeah, and you know what? We could share those man crushes for sure.
Okay.
You can have Gandalf. I'll take Picard over here.
But my man crush,
what about you?
I give it to Kick-Asses and Godzilla's.
Ooh, hottie.
He's so
oh my god.
Aaron TaylorJohnson.
Even here, huh?
I just wanted to say bulge got bigger as well. He, grew up from being a stick figure in Kick-Ass to this.
I know, right?
He's a very good-looking guy.
Aren't you glad you saw Kick-Ass with us just because you could see the evolution?
Yes, I agree. What's so interesting about Aaron Taylor-Johnson is that I feel like you watch him grow up in the past couple of years exponentially, not just in looks, but as an actor as well. And he did a really good job in Godzilla. He was almost casted, rumored in Christian in 50 Shades.
Yep.
He would have been great. Him or Matt Bomer in my head, I'm like, oh, that would have been great.
Completely agree.
But he's definitely my man crush.
Good choice.
He's young though, and
he's
he
gorgeous.
Has 2 children already, and 2 other ones, so 4 total.
I was shocked when you told me that. I still have to look that up because I still don't believe it. I mean, I believe you, but I just can't believe it.
I know. He's very mature.
Yeah.
Apparently, he talks about how he was going down a spiral where it was just, the young 20s, whatever. But then he met his now wife, who is about 25 years his senior, and she basically saved him. So it's kind of, she's a cougar, yes, but they fit.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
And I think he's making excellent career choices at this point in time. So I'm sure she had something to do with that too.
Oh, and he's so good looking.
You could still date him, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh. He's good looking.
We'll just bring it up one more time while you.
Yeah, look at that. So he's, third in Godzilla after Godzilla and Bryan Cranston in my mind. But no, I'm totally kidding. But I'm not kidding. let's talk about our women crushes.
Yeah. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
I have a trash one this week. I'm sorry. She's not trash. I think it's
just
more
called
like
her trash.
I think it's like more like nobody knows who this girl is, but she's, in my opinion, pretty beautiful. Her name is Jessica Campea, and she is a Filipino Chinese model. So of course, from my roots, I have to pick this woman. The first time I saw her, she was a ring card girl for UFC, and for any of you guys that know, John or I are big fans of MMA. We watch UFC all the time. So, of course, I'm rooting for any Asian girl that's a ring card girl, because typically it's like a Latina girl or a Caucasian girl. So the fact that she is the second Asian girl to be in the ring, very cool. I think she's beautiful. And then there's also this picture of her dressed up as one of the Assassin's Creed people.
Nice.
So you actually might see her at E3.
Look, she owns a PS Vita. No, I'm totally
I know,
kidding.
right? I know. She's one of 10. So for this week, it's really just crushed because she's, in my opinion, very beautiful. She
is. She was very pretty.
Thanks.
Not as pretty as you, Anne, but still pretty.
Thank you.
And also, my crush of the week for women is, oh my God, I forgot her name now. Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose. She is an Australian DJ, VJ. I saw her about 10 years ago. She started growing on MySpace. And she caught my eye because she's funky and she's just unique. She's got a very unique look, but yet a very traditional beauty to her, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
She has like that pixie haircut, but then her face has everything that fits just perfectly to make her just absolutely gorgeous. She was bullied when she was a kid at like 12 or 13 years old, apparently for not being very pretty, which is crazy.
That's insane.
And she's a huge gay activist rights person. She's getting married soon.
She's gorgeous.
She's just amazing, and there's just something about her because she's beautiful, but not in the sense that, oh, like she's hot like everyone else. She just stands out of the crowd, you know? So check her out, Ruby Rose. Wow.
Yeah, I was interested to hear who she was because when you sent the pictures over, obviously I get to cheat because Corey has to send me the pictures of her crushes so I get to see who they are. And I was like, who's this chick? She's gorgeous, though. Gorgeous.
Yeah, definitely. So that about completes our show. Next week, we will have some Zac Efron, just FYI.
Hopefully him here sitting in between us.
Oh my gosh. Or on.
I knew it was going to go there. Under, over, whatever is going to work.
Bionic, anything. So in the meantime, you guys have a fantastic Memorial Day weekend. Kim Kardashian's getting married. Just wanted to say that because I have to work because of that. Very sad about it. We will probably review XMen as well.
For sure.
Game of Thrones. Look out for some of our MasterChef after show coming up. Finishing up Firefly. Well. Yeah, there's a lot going on. You can find me right here, KaoriOus. Also, we have a loot crate coming up because I just got my loot box. I'm waiting for her to get hers.
Yeah, I probably have it then.
Yay!
Yes. It's like adventure, right? Is the theme, I think, this week?
Yes, I think so.
This month, I mean.
And where can people follow you?
Oh, you can follow me at Ann Campea.
And you can follow the tag team of Team Amazing right here.
Mm-hmm. 8th place, bitches.
So drop some comments. Let us know what you thought. Who was your crush? What you thought about these weird food things? What games you recommend us to play? Because we really want to review another one.
Child of Light. Yeah. It's coming.
So keep in touch, and we will talk to you guys very, very soon. Have a good weekend, guys.
See ya.
Bye.